Minicom keep doing everything to make sure that issues around the gender sensitivity are covered. First of all, on our policies, because as a ministry we care, we propose, we develop policies to be implemented in our government, and of course the gender sensitivity is one of the chapter we make sure that we have. So currently we are revising our policies, industrial policy, trade policy. Those are the main policies we have in our ministry, and we are making sure that the gender will be covered, not only in terms of numbers to say that we have enough women, no, not. So you have to make sure that even the content, even the implementation plan cover from the policy level to practical, even budgeting level, to make sure that what we do in the business will be covered. We have been supporting women, as I have said, along the value chains we have. The value chains is from agriculture to businesses, small businesses, of trade, from trade to services. So we have now, if you see the current situation on cross-border trade, the big number is women in terms of sellers, in terms of doing business. We have distributed some equipment in Rubavu and in Nyamasheke. Some of them are equipment to be used on cold chain because they sell milk and the fruit and the horticultural product, and transport means in the Rubavu sector to make sure they can transport easily or they trade instead to use their head and their body. So we have covered a good number, but as you can see, and you know for sure, services or infrastructures are not enough. We have to make sure that we give them skills, enough skills.
Some of the initiatives we've been implementing are, interestingly, have been appreciated by the Gender Seal Committee and program. And these include the fact that we increased paternity leave from 4 days to 14 days, and it's paid. Secondly, we introduced flexi hours post-maternity. So after 3 months, one of our staff can come and work between 8 to 1 o'clock or between 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And that has been something that a lot of people have found very exciting. And as long as you arrange that with your head line manager, that is seen to be quite a benefit. The other thing we've done, which was a first in Rwanda as a commercial bank, was introduce women's community and a men's community. Definitely parity, because men have different issues and women have different issues, and we cannot be thinking that we can work together efficiently if we don't address both. So we've created communities where both can feel safe. So when we set up the mother's room, at first we set it up only for women who were pregnant or needed to breastfeed. But then there were women who were saying, sometimes in the month we really struggle. We need somewhere to rest. So the Gender Seal program actually made us look and say, what are we doing that needs to be adjusted? So really what I would say about the Gender Seal program, it's like an eye-opener for a leader and for supervisors to see what can they improve, and definitely productivity has gone up, and a sense of loyalty and appreciation from our staff.
Yeah, let me start by thanking the Gender Monitoring Office and the other partners for their valuable support in our journey towards the Gender Equality Seal. Promoting gender equality is not just a matter of social justice, but a crucial pillar for sustainable and socio-economic development of any society. When women and girls have equal opportunities, they contribute fully and equally to the cause, leading to more innovative solutions, increased productivity, and stronger economies. As we all know, as Rwanda aspires to become a high-income country by the year 2050, the government has committed to mainstream gender in all national policies and strategies. On the financial sector front, we are paying greater attention to the gender dimension of financial inclusion, recognizing that women face unique challenges in accessing financial services. Financial institutions are encouraged to develop products and services that address women's needs. We reviewed the NBR organizational structure and included a dedicated department for financial sector development and inclusion. One of the key areas this department is tasked to address is closing the gender equality gap in financial inclusion. In line with the national agenda, the National Bank of Rwanda has also embarked on mainstreaming gender in all its policies, practices, as an institution as well as a regulator of the financial sector. Starting from the workforce, historically, central banks have been male-dominated institutions with women being underrepresented. Unfortunately, NBR hasn't done much better in this aspect as women make up only 32% of our staff numbers. To address this issue and the other issues of gender inequality, NBR is taking measures aimed at promoting gender equality and increasing women's representation in senior positions. These measures include, but are not limited to, implementing recruitment and promotion policies that are free from gender bias, providing training and development opportunities for women, ensuring that workforce-life balance policies are gender sensitive. In our remote working policy, new mothers are allowed to work from home until the baby turns 6 months to allow them ample time for breastfeeding, while fathers are allowed 1 month to support the mother and the newborn baby. So once the mother is back to office after 6 months, the bank has created a lactation room well equipped for breast milk pumping and storage. So I'm proud to say that before the end of 2022, BNR had put in place a gender mainstreaming strategy that reinforces gender equality across BNR functions. The vision of this strategy is to achieve gender equality in economic and financial sector development.
So a couple of the things that we do at Nhomoko that we're really proud of is first, we have a very equitable pay scale, where that women and men within the organization are paid equally and fairly. The other thing that we have done is we have a really great parental leave program for both our mothers and our fathers. Fathers at Nhomoko get 8 weeks of paid paternity leave. And we know that offering more equitable parental leave means that there's less discrimination in our hiring. We're less likely to discriminate against hiring a young woman when her counterparts are also offered almost identical parental leave. That's something that we've worked really hard to implement, and we're really proud of the results that we see.
The main 3 activities that we did is, first of all, recruitment. We are trying to increase the number of women in the company. And every time we are publishing a position, we are getting like 100 applicants, men, and 1 or 2, or even sometimes none, applicants of women. So we took different measures how to increase the number of women in the company, and we succeeded last year to recruit 30 women, and we have the intention to continue with this. Another activity that we are doing is to promote women that are already working in the company. In the last year we promoted 40 women, and also we have the intention to continue. And maybe the third activity I can mention is taking care of women pregnant and after giving birth by finding solution for breastfeeding. So we prepare the room for women in the company, and the women that preferred to go home, we are taking them home with the company cars just to breastfeed the baby and come back to work. We want to continue with the recruitment and promotion of women. The national target is to reach 30%, but my personal target is to reach 50%. So there is no reason that we will not achieve also that in our company 50% of the women, and in a key position 50% will be women.
We've seen a lot of changes because we've been very deliberate and intentional in terms of what we're doing. Right from across board, starting off with the board, right to the last level in the business. We've been able to make great strides as far as representation is concerned. For example, at the board level, out of a board of 11, for our ladies. This represents about 37%. So that's a huge achievement we've been able to register. Across the business as well, on key roles, we've been able to assign women to man those specific roles. A key one I would mention is the head of quality in our plant. This is, today we have a lady who is doing extremely well. She's developed from lower levels and has been developed very deliberately to get her to that position. Across the business, you'll be able to find notable women representation, and this is something that we're very deliberate and intentional about, and we intend to continue to do.
Mu bikorwa twagiye dukora bitandukanye, icyambere hari komite twashyizeho ishinzwe uburinganire, hari ubukangurambaga buhoraho busigaye buba mu kigo kugira ngo abakozi bose abo dukorana babyiyumvemo, hari ibyumba byo konkerezwamo byashyizweho no ku buryo buri officiel bitari kwa kundi umuntu yazaga akagira ngo wenda ni privilege, ahubwo nono akumva ko ari uburenganzira bwe kugira ngo nawe umusaruro atanga mu kigo wiyongere. Iyo umwana agize igihe cyo gutangira, dufite ishuri ryitwa College Fondation Sina Gerard ryakira abana b'inshuke. Hari riri hano hafi ryekereye icyicaro, hari n'irindi riri ruguru gatoya, ariko ku buryo ari ababyeyi baturutse kure, ari ababyeyi bakorera hano hafi bose bisangamo. Noneho ikindi kiyongeyeho nuko iyo dukorana mu myishyurire turaborohereza, bitandukanye no kuvuga ngo Minerva rirageze itariki n'iyingiyi n'inyirenza baranyirukanira umwana cyangwa se oya. Ibyo ngibyo tubikuraho, turakorana tukakorohereza uburyo uzishyuramo kugira ngo nawe ukore wishimye uvuga ngo hari icyo ndusha abandi kuba ikigo Sina Gerard gifite College Fondation Sina Gerard.
Abana banje biga muri entreprise Urwibutso, mfite abana babiri b'abakobwa niho biga, bafite imodoka zibatwara zibavana mu rugo zikabajyana ku kigo. Nakurikiranye ubuzima bwabo, iyo bagezeyo bitabwaho mu buryo bwose, ndetse n'umwe wiga muri nasari iyo saa sita zigeze ntabwo ataha, ahubwo bakomeza kubitaho bakabahereza aho baryama, bakanywa amata. Bivuze ngo iyo ndi mu kazi numva ntuje kandi akazi nkagakora neza, kuko mba mvuga nti umwana wanjye ikigo cyashyizeho uburyo bwo kumwitaho, bigatuma nkora ntuje nta kibazo mfite.
We have set up a gender equality promotion and mainstreaming committee, which one is mandated to be following on the day-to-day basis on gender-related activities. We are also continuing increasing the number of female in the agency. We started with few, and in the recent recruitment, we had really a chance to bring on board new female staff. And by today we are above the 30. We are now doing our best in order to promote the gender equality promotion and mainstreaming, and this will be emphasized in all the priority we'll be implementing in the future. And also in increased partnership with development partners and other institutions that support gender in implementation programs in capacity building, financing of women-led SMEs, and creation of gender monitoring toolkits.
Twasanze cyane mu mirimo dukoreramo yo gusoroma hari mw'ababyeyi bafite abana, kugira ngo bazamure umusaruro twashyizeho ECD. Dufite ECD ifite amashami abiri ahangaha, rimwe riri hano ku ruganda, rimwe abana barenga 70, hari n'irindi muri hirya gatoya ko dufite ibyaye mu birometero birenga 30, bose mwe bakaba abana bageze ku 120. Ikindi kijyanye n'icyo twagezeho nuko mu ruganda burya harimo imirimo isa nkaho yari tinyitse ku gitsina gore, twabashyize muri nzego zifata ibyemezo. Duhereye nko mu mirima harimo abagoronome bageze kuri 3 b'igitsina gore kandi bayobora segiteri z'ibyaye nk'uko n'abagabo babikora, bagenzi babo babikora. Tuje aha mu ruganda imbere mu batunganya icyayi, naho dufitemo abagore abo bita batimeka, naho dufitemo abagore n'abagabo. Umutimeka n'abafata responsibility nk'uko umugabo azifata. Hari ahandi hasa nkaho umuntu yagombye gusa n'uwibaza byinshi mu mashini. Dufite imashini zicagagura icyayi, imbere abagore barabitinya, ariko aho dutangiye kubashyiriramo ubu tumaze kugira nk'abagore 3 bashobora no kuba bari mu ruganda nta mugabo urimo kandi bigakunda.
mbere yuko irerero riza nabaga mfite imbogamizi kuko nasoromaga ibiro bikeya, nasoromaga nk'ibiro 20 gusubiza hasi, ariko aho irerero ritangiriye umwana namujyanyeyo ubu nsoroma nk'ibiro 50 gusubiza hejuru.